Hello, everybody. Good morning. Thank you for coming. Here, I'd like to announce that 2026 RISC-V Taipei Day, we kick off now. Thank you. My subject to share with you is that RISC-V now for Taiwan and the world. First, welcome to 2026 RISC-V Taipei Day. It's my honor to have you together. We will have keynote, on-site demo, and the panel discussions for whole day program. And we have all the experts on RISC-V from all over the world in Taiwan. You will meet them today from now till afternoon. We thank all the sponsors, partners, and organizers, and certainly all the attention from RISC-V International Association. Also, we have, again, like we had last year, a RISC-V pavilion in Computex. Please note that Computex now is reaching 100,000 visitors this week. So it is the among the largest computer show regarding computing in the world. Please visit RISC-V Pavilion in fourth floor. Now, I'd like to turn my speech to RISC-V now in mass production and deployment. I'd like to share the fact with you. These logos shown here, all the CSP, the leading chip companies in the world, they already deploy RISC-V. And they either use RISC-V chip, or they buy it, or they design it with RISC-V. So we know among these companies, AI is the common subject among them. So they extremely like the feature of RISC-V that it fits AI application spatially. I'd like to have one example for you. NVIDIA made an announcement that they already ship per year 1 billion and more NVIDIA chips with applications in GPU, networking, AI, and so on, that already embedded RISC-V in the chips. Another example is a startup company, which Jim Keller is the CEO, TensorTorrent. They not only use RISC-V to build the processor by themselves, they also use it to build systems. So they already made RISC-V AI computer server and workstation available. One company in Taiwan called Upbeat Technology, they use Sci-Fi's RISC-V processor to design microcontrollers. Those microcontrollers series are used for acoustic MEMS technology, that kind of application. Another company, SoftGo, they also do AI accelerator. This company is in China, and they apply Sci5's P670 processor in their AI chips that can reach 2.5 gigahertz and 20 TOPS in a AI accelerator. So with these examples, we further examine the slides from marketing survey company called the XHD Group, which you could see that the penetration rate of RISC-V-based SoCs is forecasted to reach 22% penetration rate before 2030. And the RISC-V SoC's application is especially forecasted for AI accelerator that even could reach more than 50% penetration by and before 2030. So today, we are honored to have opportunity to have this conference happen. This conference is hosted by RISC-V Taiwan Alliance because we are strong believers that RISC-V plus Taiwan's value. Let me elaborate for you. Taiwan is the center in the world for semiconductor, chips, IT, ICT, OEM, ODM, system design, and manufacturing. On the other hand, RISC-V provides its influence, its strengths, and it represents the trend. So we believe that RISC-V and Taiwan could leverage each other to grow itself for Taiwan, for RISC-V in the world. So let me have 1 minute examination for you on RVI successful raising RISC-V open standard. So RISC-V is now among one of the world top ISAs, one of the 3. We know x86, we know ARM, and now RISC-V. So starting from 2010, year 2010, now it's 16 years, what RVI did. RVI stands for RISC-V International Association. It defined ISA modules, defined architectural specifications. It provides the interface for custom instruction set extension definition. And now, in recent years, it has more effort and resources to put attention on profile, platform, so that the definite or focused application can be the subject for each specification. For example, profile RVA 23 that can be aimed at application processor. And then platform for server is coming up. So among the efforts and the company's effort for ecosystems, they built the overall from hardware to software ecosystem for RISC-V now is so popular. And today we will have many our experts share the ecosystem and the strengths for you. And we like the working culture that RVI built, which is open. RVI leads the way to make RISC-V now aiming at making it as a open standard and keep it as open standard. So we believe there will be more RVI keep working on that. So we believe that RISC-V already enables the best processor for the world. And we'd like to have you joining this effort. Now, I'd like to turn to the subject of where AI meets open inference. You know, this is the subject and the main theme of our today's conference. So I'd like to share with you this report. It just, reported within 1 month, which is attention. People started to know that we put too much attention in GPU before, and we almost forgot how important the CPU is, because people started to know that the new bottleneck for AI to grow is actually in CPU. And people working for a data center, in the beginning, they noticed that, but following Edge AI also require that. Although this news came from Intel, they said that CPU are facing extremely capacity shortage. So the reason is that in terms of design and providing the solution, the ratio between CPU to GPU was 1:8, but now in the future, we believe it will become 1:1. So please remember that the RISC-V is among the 3 major CPUs. And you could leverage RISC-V to help to solve this issue. And secondly, I like to share the idea of a design AI chips with heterogeneous architecture. Today, people have many kinds of heterogeneous design algorithm or architecture that you could do a reconfigurable computer architecture by putting almost any processor in a chip or a chiplet or SIP. So from CPU, GPU, TPU to DPU, VPU, FPU, NPU, or even LPU, they can be mixing integrated in a chip design. Different kinds of extension ISA cores could be integrated thanks to the progress of chip manufacturing and design technology. What you can do if you leverage a heterogeneous architecture is you can gain the specialized efficiency, the power optimization, unified memory, flexibility. So we like to remind that there are many benefits if you apply RISC-V as the base stone or base core to this kind of architecture. Next subject is computer in memory for AI chip design. For inference, we know that the old or existing computer architecture, if you had such kind of a course in university or college, von Neumann architecture was what you learned. But now, due to so much evolution and so much progress of AI and the chips industry, pure von Neumann architecture might be not catching the trend. The trend is that you have to think about the efficiency of making CPU processors together with memory. So compute in memory, or people may call it in-memory compute or near-memory compute. All these kind of ideas came true by this kind of architecture. Here I like to raise a couple examples. The first example is one leading AI inference design company in the Silicon Valley, D-Matrix. They provide a 3D in-memory compute technology. So this is the product roadmap in the left from Corsair, then to Raptor. In Raptor, they design with Andes AX46 MPV to power this kind of compute in-memory technology. So RISC-V processor is applied as both of the orchestration, which means the controlling, and the vector computing engine in the chip, so that the Raptor could gain the performance and efficiency to boost the AI performance. Next, I'd like to have another computing memory example. The company I introduced is a Dutch company, Accelera. They have a one chip called the Matisse, which is a SoC with computing memory. Here you could see the PE and the controller, one controller and 4 PE here. In the PE processing element, RISC-V core, Andes AX25 was applied. So the same core for RISC-V, again, is used as the controller, also the scaler in the PE. And 2 days ago, the news praise for this company just been reported that they use computing memory technology to boost AI PU that can deliver 630 TOPS in a chip. They have 8 PE here, and this product is called Europa. Accelera and Andes also partnered to make this computing memory chip come true. The core of the RISC-V applied is AX65. So I'd like to make a short summary here. The opportunity for all of us is that for the AI inference or even the data center, if you need the chips, you need the semiconductors strength in Taiwan, you could do such kind of a chip design by open, let's call it an open inference, RISC-V plus AI plus Taiwan. And that is all the opportunity for all of us.